You. Would you tell the court, please, who killed Terry Knight?
A man named Steve Gant.
How do you know that?
Because I was the one who hired him to do it. I was forced to by her husband, Jack Barnett.
Order. Order.
He came to me about a month before the murder and told me if I didn't do as he said, he'd ruin me. He'd make sure no one in the music business would ever hire me again.
How did you find Steve Gant? Run an ad in the paper?
I knew him because he was a songwriter. At least he thought he was. He kept writing stuff for Terry on spec and begging me to give it to her, kept trying to butter me up. He let it slip once that he'd been in prison. So I assumed, correctly, that he was capable of violence.
How much did you agree to pay him?
$50,000 before and $50,000 after. Cash. Again, it was Jack's idea.
Not quite. See, the money tells a different story. $100,000 is a lot of cash. The withdrawals Jack Barnett made over the past 8 weeks, even over the past year, add up to nowhere near $100,000. The records are right there. Now, where did Jack Barnett get the money?
People in the music business are always making cash deals. He probably had it squirreled away in some safe deposit box.
I have the bank records here to show that someone did make cash withdrawals which add up to $100,000. Now, Terry Knight and Jack Barnett had one joint bank account and each had several separate accounts, did they not?
Yes.
Who handled Terry's account?
I did, most of the time.
Now, what happened to the cash that was withdrawn from 3 of her accounts on 8 different occasions? Withdrawals which, as you can see, add up to $100,000.
I don't know. Terry was very impulsive. Sometimes when she felt like buying something, she'd just go to the bank, get some cash, buy it, and tell me about it later.
How do you suppose Steve Gant got into Terry's apartment so he could do the killing?
I don't know.
I didn't either. So I asked him. He said the door was unlocked. Now, how do you suppose that happened?
Jack unlocked it for him and then left on a fake errand so it would look like he had an alibi.
Jack said it was locked when he left to run that errand. He said he and Terry always kept the door locked.
He's lying.
He is. Isn't it possible that someone unlocked it after Jack Barnett left?
If you're suggesting it was me, I was at the auditorium. You can ask anybody.
No, it wasn't you. It was the only person it could have been. It was Terry Knight herself.
Objection! This is all speculation.
Overruled.
After the liquor, the painkillers, the sleeping tablets, Terry made one great desperate effort to unlock the door so a stranger could end her suffering with a bullet. She wanted to die, didn't she? But she couldn't kill herself.
No.
Mrs. DeLeo. Is it not true that in the 7 months prior to her death, you and Terry Knight made several trips to Sloan Kettering Hospital in New York City?
No. Yes.
Would you tell the court, please, who's Dr. Philip Daltrey?
An oncologist on staff there.
And who is Dr. Marla Scott?
A neurosurgeon.
Why was Terry Knight seeing those doctors? Why? Becky, aren't you going to tell us about your best friend?
She had a brain tumor.
And the doctors told her the tumor was inoperable.
Yes. They told her her personality would change and that her behavior would become erratic and that gradually she'd lose control physically until finally it was going to be horrible.
So you helped her plan and carry out her own death.
I loved her. She wanted people to remember her as she really was, not as this awful thing she was turning into. And she told me if I didn't help her, she'd just keep trying until she found someone who would.
Originally, Gant planned it to look like she came upon a burglar and was killed. Why did you change the plan to make it look like premeditated murder? Why did you frame her husband?
I hated him. He hurt her so badly, I hated him. I couldn't stand the thought that she had to die all alone while he got to go on living and enjoying everything she'd helped him get.
But he loved her, honestly and deeply.
Nobody loved her like I did. She was out of her mind with pain. She begged me to help her. She was my friend. What else could I do? Nobody loved her like I did.
Your Honor, in view of these revelations, I move that all charges against the defendant be dismissed.
Does the state object?
No, Your Honor.
So ordered. The bailiff will take Miss DeLeo into immediate custody. Case dismissed.
Sure you don't want to join us? She's very good.
I'll ask Perry.
I hope you can make it.
We'll try. Jack, how about dinner with us tonight? I know a place where the music is soft, dancing is slow, and I know the words to the songs.
I don't think I'd be very good company tonight.
You know Terry wasn't herself.
I know. I just feel bad for her, that's all.
Oh, Perry, Ken just invited us to the club where Kathy Redding is performing.
You accepted?
I know what you think about rock and roll.
Is he trying to make me sound like I'm not with it?
I would hope not.
How about some dinner?
Oh, I already asked him. He said he'd rather not.
Perry, thanks for everything. Stella?
Sure.
I know a place where the music is soft, the dancing is slow, and I know all the words to the songs.